Hi, I'm Patrick from Douglas Fir Design. Welcome to the Router Bits. We've done a ton of videos on router tables and associated equipment, some of it pretty complex, but today I just wanted to show you a really pared back and simple router table that perhaps if you're just starting out or you just want a simpler piece of equipment in your shop, this would be a great place to start. Fundamentally, this is pretty similar to the router table that I use, and what it shares with all of the Sherwood range of router tables is this solid steel base. So my router table that I use every day uses exactly the same base. And the way that this is put together, the idea is it's a little bit modular. So you're starting off with really good fundamentals, and if you feel like you needed to upgrade any of these components, you can. You could buy, for instance, a cast iron top and replace this MDF top. Now, I'd like to say that I reckon I could probably do 90% of my router work on this table. Now, my table has a whole bunch of other features that maybe have slightly better dust extraction, they have a bit more weight, they've got the cast iron top, slightly more adjustability in this fence, but fundamentally, I could do almost everything that I do with this table. So the tabletop itself, as I mentioned, is this 35mm MDF. It's really solid and it's really simple. The fence is mounted directly into this tabletop with these two slots here, and it's really simple to take it off completely without having to fully remove the bolts, because it slides back and pops out of these holes which fit the T-bolts straight through the top. I'll show you. So these things just slide through. I didn't really need to unscrew them all the way, and I can put it back on really simply as well without undoing these bolts. The fence itself is really functional. It has these sliding sacrificial front faces, which is pretty similar to what my standard router table has. You can slide these off completely if you want to. They run on a T-track. You can replace these. You just need to cut a T slot into a piece of ply or a piece of MDF. What this means is that you can put this fence essentially right up against the router bit if you need to, and make a zero clearance cutting face, or you can just bring it up nice and close to make sure that you have a smooth surface to work against and you're really focusing the dust extraction. I'll just slide this back on. This fence also has a dust extraction port directly behind where the router bit would sit. You could put a standard shop vac in that, would be probably the most suitable thing, or a small dust extractor. Now, the table itself doesn't come with a dust box, so you're not extracting from below, but you could absolutely buy one of them when you feel like you're ready and install that, and then you could extract from above the table as well as below. The fence also comes with this aluminium T-slot on top of it, which means that you can use one of these Perspex guards over the router bit. I find that this is really useful for some applications. It doesn't get used all the time on my machine, but it certainly provides slightly better focus for the dust extraction and also prevents potentially chips from flying up towards your face, which is just another safety feature. And this just slides on over the top of the router bit, and it can be adjusted up or down depending on the bit that you're using. So the actual plate that your router will mount to is this black Phenolic insert. It's not pre-drilled for any particular router, so you'll need to line up your router underneath there and drill appropriate holes so that you can mount your motor body onto this plate. Also, it doesn't come with a lifting system, so you'll be relying on the lifting system of your router. So certain routers, like a Triton router, will allow you to lift from this side once it's mounted. From what I remember, they come with a little turning mechanism that you could poke down through the top. Some other routers, you'll have to do the adjustment from below, but you're not going to be hindered by a dust box or anything because there's nothing under there except for your router. So you'll be mounting that yourself, but it's a solid plate. It does have adjustment capability, so you can get it perfectly flat with this MDF top. The MDF top is coated with 1mm thick melamine, so it's super nice. It's really nice and slippery, which makes moving work over the surface really smooth and efficient. And it also is a really durable surface, which means you're not going to scratch it up too easily. The little red throat plate in this phenolic top can be removed. You just twist it out, and you can purchase a set of additional throat plates in different sizes. These are really useful. It's really handy to be able to bring the throat plate right up to a bit if you're using a small bit, or using a much larger one for a much larger bit. This phenolic plate also comes with a removable guide pin. You use these when you're using a pattern following bit and you're not following a fence, and it would prevent the work from potentially grabbing and flying out of control, so you can kind of press the work up against that. It can be put on either side, and that's standard on any of the Sherwood tables or plates. So this table might be simple, but really it gives you almost everything you need. I could do almost all of my work on this table without all the fancy bells and whistles, and really it's up to you to customize it as you like. There's plenty of accessories. You can upgrade every single component as you need, rather than going out and buying a full kit straight away. So great place to start, really fantastic routing station workhorse, and really get you in the door and be able to have a work surface that you can do some good routing work on. If you need more information, you can click on the links below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll have plenty more things coming out about new tools and techniques for you soon.